ranking every single champion in Clash Royale. At number 8, we have the Goblin Sign. It's crazy to think that this was one of, if not the best card in the game not even a year ago. Although he still works well with Evil Pekka and Evil Goblin Giant, his use as a card is non-existent. If it was up to me, I'd rather have a Goblin Machine in my deck over a Goblin Stein, as he's better at defending and his ability doesn't cost me 2 elixir. At number 7, we have the Golden Knight. Even with his recent rework about being able to dash backwards, he struggles to find a home in any deck. I mainly see him in decks with Elixir Giant, but that's few and far between. Personally, I don't see Golden Knight being viable unless the meta changes a ton over the next few seasons. At number 6, we have Archer Queen. It's hard to spot an Archer Queen nowadays as she only really works in the deck with Royal Hogs. With beatdown decks being the current meta, Archer Queen has a lackluster damage output for her cost. She really struggles against cards like Witch, Goblin Giant, and Goblin Machine, all cards that are super prevalent today. Hell, there's even a viable deck with all 3. At number 5, we have the Little Prince. Even with the recent buffs, the Little Prince struggles to make himself viable in the current meta, as the problem with him isn't his ability, rather it's the lack of value you can get from him just by himself. He just takes way too long to cook up and start doing some serious damage. At number 4, we have the Monk. The Monk is one of the more niche champions as he works pretty seldomly in a lot of decks. Currently, he works best with the Royal Giant. Being able to reflect attacks from range units really help out the evil Royal Giant, but due to the Monk's lack of versatility, he's stuck right in the middle. At number 3, we have the Skeleton King. The Skeleton King has always been one of the best champions as a supporting unit, as he's able to defend annoying cards like Goblin Drill and then be used as a tank for a counter push. He plays really well into evil mortar decks as he's able to tank for both the mortar and the Goblin Fire. At number 2, we have the Boss Bandit. The Boss Bandit is one of the most annoying champions to deal with personally. With her speed and damage output, she's a great option for bridge spam. She's unique among all the champions in the fact that she can shadow dash, which is where you can cancel her abilities animation when she dashes, making it possible for her to dash and disappear without getting hit at all. And finally, at number 1, we have the Mighty Miner. Right now, the Mighty Miner is in a great spot in the meta where beatdown reigns supreme. His high damage output and cheap cost make him a no-brainer for any cycle player. His drill by itself makes him a viable option, let alone his survivability. And giving the player 3-card cycle is just the cherry on top.